New topic, delegation. So, delegation refers to transfer of authority from superior to subordinate, which helps a manager to extend his area of operations, as without it, his activities would be restricted to only what he himself can do. Delegation is a prerequisite to the efficient functioning of an organization. So, you must have heard this word also as means like many times what happened when superior they pass some of his routine work to their subordinate. uh, Let me explain it to you with the help of an example. Like suppose there is a manager and under him they say there are 4 to 5 subordinate. So manager will share some of his responsibilities with his subordinates, because see, here also it is said that because if the manager is not going to transfer some of his authority to his subordinate, then what may happen? His activities will be restricted only what he himself can do, isn't it? Means whatever he can do, he will do only those work. But being a manager, he has to look, means he has some wider concept. So he has to look all the things, he has to cover all the things. So for that, what he used to do, he delegate some of his routine job to his subordinate. Clear? Now, what are the elements of delegation? Authority, responsibility, and accountability. So, let me explain it to you first. Like, suppose, as I have given you the example, like there is a manager and under him there are 4 to 5 subordinates. So, uh, what the manager will do? He will share some of his responsibility with his subordinates, and after giving the responsibility, the manager should always also share some of his authority. Means only sharing responsibility is not enough. By giving the means by sharing responsibility, you also, being a superior, need to give some authority to your subordinate to fulfill this responsibility. Like suppose I'm giving you one example, like there is a, suppose a sales manager is there and under him say there are 4 to 5 subordinate. Okay, now the sales manager has given his subordinate to say purchase some raw material. Just for an example, he wants his manager subordinate to purchase some raw material, but to purchase the raw material, definitely the subordinate they will require some money, but the subordinates they are not, they means they are not having the authority to do any kind of payment. So will it be possible for the subordinate to accomplish the job? Means without paying money, no one is going to give them the raw material or whatever they want to purchase. So therefore it is said that if you are only giving responsibility is not enough. With the, while giving you responsibility, the subordinate should also have the authority to do the payment also. Then only the work will be accomplished, will be fulfilled. Clear? Then only means okay, then the responsibility has been given and to accomplish this authority has been also given. Therefore it is said that these two, that is authority and responsibility, should be equal to each other. But what does this accountability mean? Accountability means that when the manager has passed his some of his work to his subordinate, but still for the fulfillment of that particular task, the manager will still be accountable. He can't say that because he has asked his subordinate to purchase the raw material or to purchase something, therefore now he is not accountable. So it is wrong. The manager is still accountable for the fulfillment of that particular job. Now let's see the what the definition says. Authority, it refers to the right to take decision in order to guide the activities of others. Authority determines the superior subordinate relationship. Okay, because this authority is always, it flows downward, means always the, it arises from scalar chain, means it originates by an individual's position and authority. It is means highest at the top level management, and it reduces as we go down. Means authority is highest when the person is at the top level management, and it reduces as we go down. As we go to low level, it becomes very less. Therefore, it always flows from top to bottom. Means superior has authority over the subordinate. Then responsibility. Responsibility is the obligation of a subordinate to perform properly the assigned duty. And as I have already told you that authority is equal to responsibility, as we have seen in my example, in the example of purchase of some raw material. So if the subordinate they don't have proper authority to accomplish their work, then the work will suffer. And then one more thing, that this responsibility, it flows upward. Means subordinate will always be responsible to the superior. Then comes your accountability. Accountability implies being accountable for the final outcome. When a superior assigns a work to a subordinate, he or she is answerable to the superior for its outcome. Means when the manager has given some task and he has asked his subordinate to complete that work. Like suppose the manager of production department has been asked to produce 100 cell phones, and the this production department manager, under him there are say 5 subordinate of him. So what he did, he asked all the 5 workers, the subordinates, to produce 20 cell phone, which will be equivalent to 100. Means his target will be fulfilled. Now suppose one of his subordinate is, due to some reason he is ill or whatever the reason might be, means only 80 cell phones are produced within a month. So the manager can't say that because one of his worker was not able to come, therefore he is not able to accomplish the task, but he has to make sure that the 100 cell phone has to be produced within a month. Though there were 4 labor only, 4 workers only, 4 subordinates were only there, but with the help of these 4 subordinate, he is supposed to accomplish his task. Means he is accountable, he is or she is answerable for it, for the outcome of the work. So I think it is clear to you all means why delegation is important. So see, these are few points written over here. Means due to delegation of work, reduction of executives workload, means executive workload is reduced, quick and better decisions are possible, employee development basis of management hierarchy, and facilitates of growth. So now let's see all the points one by one, and meanwhile I will explain to you all. So the first point is reduction of executives workload. It reduces the workload of officers. They can thus utilize their time in more important and creative works instead of work of daily routine. So how does it reduces the workload of executive, means of the superior? Like here, as we have seen that in delegation, the managers, what they used to do, they used to share their responsibilities with subordinates, and due to sharing of work, their workload reduces. Means the routine work they used to delegate it to their subordinate, and because of this their workload is reduced. Now the second point says quick and better decision are possible. So the subordinate are granted sufficient authority, so they need not to go to their superior for taking decision concerning the routine matter. Means when these routine work are being delegated to the subordinate, then what will happen? Means as we have seen, by delegating these uh, delegation of authority, responsibility, now the subordinate need not to go again and again to their superior for taking permission or decision in their routine work. And because of this, what will happen? Means when they themselves need, now they can for these kind of routine work, they themselves are self sufficient to take decision, and then definitely decision making will be quicker. Then employee development. Employees get more opportunities to utilize their talent, which allows them to develop those skills which will enable them to perform complex tasks. Now how the employee will, means how the development of the employees possible because of delegation. So because um, now the development of employees will increase as by performing the task of daily routine of their manager. Means now what they are doing, they are the subordinate, they are performing some of the task of their manager. So definitely they will get chance to use their skill and gain experience of work related to higher job position, and due to this their development will be possible. Means employee development will be possible because of delegation of routine work. Then basis of management hierarchy. Delegation of authority establishes superior subordinate relationships, which are the basis of management hierarchy. Means the authority, who is going to delegate the authority? Definitely the superior to their subordinate. Means it decide who will report to whom, and powers at each job position forms the management hierarchy. Clear? Now, it facilitates organizational growth. Delegation facilitates expansion and growth of an organization by providing trained and experienced personnel to take up leading positions in new ventures or project. So, how will it facilitate organizational growth? Like now, means how the organization will grow. Means when each in delegation, what happens? The superior, they used to give their routine task to the subordinate by dividing the work and giving the work to the subordinate according to their qualification and capability. So means when the subordinate are well sufficient to do that particular task, then only that work is given to the subordinate. Then because of this, what will happen? This will lead of division of work, specialization will come, and means it will be important also for organizational growth also. Means if from the point of view of organization, if you see, so definitely it will, the organization will also be will be benefited because of this delegation. So these are the importance of delegation. And student, please, the elements of delegation, and delegation is very important topic for from the point of view of your board exam also. So please prepare it very nicely, very properly.